Take what personal?
And he doesn't want to stand behind us and be part of us.
I feel
It's because you don't have a pair of glasses?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's it.
we were talking to Sasquatch.
I kind of feel like maybe I should be in like a Beatles group or something.
Isn't that cool? With your shirt especially. Look at that. That is so cool.
I took out the neckband already.
That's okay. You're allowed. Hi,
Because
everybody.
it's way more comfortable without it on there.
I agree. I have to admit, I'm beginning to like that.
Yeah.
Because it's not floppy like a V-neck. So
Right. But it's not
like right up here, because when you sit down, inevitably you sit on your butt and
it
goes
chokes you.
like this.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
Hey, everybody. It's Sunday, February 25th.
And we're like, 11 days past the heart thing, but
I know.
we're gonna go hearts anyway. These are
because we love you.
Heart.
Yeah, because we're
Like
in
little
love with you.
sunglasses.
Aren't they great?
Or whatever.
Rose-colored glasses. You're pink roses. I have purple roses, so it's okay. But we have rose-colored glasses because we see the things the way we want to see them, and
the way we see the world through rose-colored glasses.
Exactly, because we do everything on our own. We don't follow any rules. You know how that is.
Rules.
What the hell? They're not for us. They're not for anybody.
Rules.
Yeah, I agree. Well, rules can go out the window this week. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
it was not. It was a. I went shopping for underwear.
Oh, okay.
Because I've been wearing the same underwear, and I was
70
pounds heavier. And
oh
I am today.
no!
Yes. And the elastic is actually starting from washing, wearing out a little bit. If I didn't have the shapewear, this, holding it up, it'd be down around my ankles. Let me tell you. I'd be walking down the street.
So in other words, you were wearing floppy drawers.
Floppy drawers. Yep.
She's been wearing floppy drawers.
Yeah. Very breezy. If I'm wearing a skirt, Well, see, back in the day, I used to have to wear the long line with the skirt because my thighs rubbed together. And I actually wear them more today. I wear them with the dresses as well, only because when you cross your legs and it's warm in the sun, the heat on the ship, when you're walking, then I don't want to get a rash.
And we don't necessarily want any Marilyn Monroe
no,
either.
No, we don't. No, not at all. So I went shopping for underwear. Oh, yeah. My God. And you guys all know about my rant and rave when it comes to
your hoo-ha.
The hoo-ha and the crotch. Well, it isn't just the hoo-ha. Now, this time I haven't had too much trouble with that. It's the little mountain on top of the hoo-ha that is the problem.
Okay.
And then all the way up into my fat tummy. I don't have much of a butt anymore.
Right.
Okay, I got that from my dad. From the back end of my brother, sort of the same way. And Gail, very similar.
Yeah.
You look at them from the back and they look like, hey, those people are pretty skinny.
Pretty skinny.
Little bird legs, no ass. Then they turn on the side. And like Gail says, she looks like she's in her 12-month 22-year pregnancy.
Right.
Because it's right here. Brother is the same way. I just have it all over. Mom was very kind to me that way. She dumped everything right on me. No hair, no bad teeth. Bad eyes, fat everywhere. She thought maybe she didn't have another kid.
Well, it just give you everything.
She just passed it on to me. Then she had 3 others, so whatever.
Right.
Okay. Well, finding the right underwear is amazingly difficult.
Yep.
You either have to go. Now, you can get some of the underwears that will go round and do okay. But there are granny panties beyond granny. I'm not, and I'm 70.
What the hell do you have against granny panties?
Well, I really don't. It's just
then
the only thing is being a short-waisted person too. Granny panties come up to here on me.
Well, what do you care? You put them on underneath your shapewear.
Well, true, but they're all shiny too, and then my shapewear has to go underneath.
They're not all shiny.
I haven't been able to find good cotton ones.
Fruit of the Loom. All
right, I'll have to give Fruit of the Loom another try.
But you should try boy shorts.
Actually, someone told me to actually buy men's underwear
Well, you could do that too.
because
But
men's
women's
underwear
do
don't
have-
have an ass, and you've got the extra front where my mountain is. My little mountain, it would be where the package would be. So I've got it all tucked in there, so it would work.
Go to the men's section.
I
Try
think
that.
so. I think that's where we're going to
Try the
go.
men's.
See, so that's what I think I'm going to do. Going to give them a try. I mean, now, I don't think you could wear them like if you're wearing something like leggings where they could see the, if they're a little, my leggings, some of them are a little tighter here.
Yeah.
So you would see some of the,
Fupa?
yeah, the little extra stitching that they have for the little breezeway that they have, which actually would be kind of cool, if you're standing outside, cool that little thing off. So anyway, so that was a little bit of a traumatic issue this week. I was trying them, and you can't.
Multitude of them.
Yes, I mean multitude.
When you're buying a multitude of different kinds of underwear.
Yeah,
because you don't try them on.
No, you actually.
You just buy them.
You just buy them, and
well, yeah, I haven't had it out
sorry,
for
I
2.5 months.
I squirreled over. Don't mean to. Hi, everybody. Karen, Colleen, Nancy. Ellie, love you. Oh, great.
Ellie.
Sorry about your dad. Virginia from Bethany Beach, Delaware. Oh my God, South Carolina. We are in the house with Knit Pearl and Squirrel with Grammy D. Love your name,
I love
Missy.
that.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I don't know why your message would be restricted. It says her message was restricted. I don't have any restrictions on mine. Like I even put it that it's not safe for work because us little squirrels, I tend to swear.
And Diana's talking to Dee on our little site. Is that great or what? I'm telling you. So that was one of the traumatic things. Gail got into physical therapy this week. She's moved much better. Yeah. So that's good. She's up and doing with the sister who cracked her hip and is still planning on going on the cruise ship. So this ought to be interesting. And I'm like, if you want to get your hip fixed in Aruba, Bonnie, or Curacao, you go right ahead.
Yeah.
That's the way it's going to be. Yeah. So, and I tried paring down, and I've been working on my luggage so that I can pare it way down.
Right.
Because I have double suitcases I'm going to have to be shoving across and getting everywhere. So, but I figure what I'll do is I'm going to shove it up. I mean, she can scuffle along with her little walker, and then I can just roll the suitcases up to her, and then come back and get the other two and roll them up, and then roll the other ones, and keep rolling suitcases along. Yeah, that's how I'm going to kind of do it, I think.
Well, or like in the airport here.
Yeah, get
the guy to take you to the, in the vroom cart.
Oh yeah, she is. She's getting a wheelchair here at the airport.
Not a wheelchair, the freaking golf cart.
Do we even have the golf carts here in Indy? I don't think we do.
I think we do. I'm pretty sure we do.
I don't know if we do. I don't remember seeing them. We have the cops and Segways. They finally gave the cops Segways. One guy fell off once. It was the funniest thing. He fell on his butt. Kind of like right in a chair. He was kind of doing a turn, and he turned around, and the thing went kind of wobble, and he sort of leaned back, and he fell on the arm of the chair and then in the chair. And the Segway kind of went, wing!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think it's when they were new. And they also have this other cool little tricycle bike that they run around in.
Yeah.
And I like that one. I'm like, I could do one of those. Those would be great. Yeah.
You need this as a side hustle. That's what you need to do. You need to go work the airport as a side hustle on a Segway.
On a Segway.
Yeah.
Attach all my luggage to the Segway and away I go.
No, just in this airport. Well, when you're here in town, then you can feel like you're traveling somewhere because you're at the airport.
Because I'm at the airport, so that
I don't trust you driving the bus in the parking lot. No. No, you should be on the Segway in with your mall cop badge on, telling people to knock it off.
Knock it off, hey!
You would be the best.
Share that seat.
You would be the best mall cop in an airport. On a Segway. Don't you guys think she would be the best one? Because people were like, fine, shut up. I'll do what you say. Just leave me alone.
That's so true. That's what my husband always says. He doesn't worry about me getting
airport
kidnapped.
security, and they call you to get somebody
Yeah,
off of the plane.
Yeah, be it. Hey, you come on. Otherwise, you're going to sit next to me for the entire time.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm going to sit right here next.
And you and I are going to have a long talk because I have lots to say about the world out there, and I can talk about anything. As my husband says. He says
you can talk about anything.
He says he never worries about if I got kidnapped. He figures I'd be one of the first ones released.
Yeah, for sure.
They would be like, "Oh my God!" And I said, "Why is that?"
She won't shut up.
That's exactly it. He said, "Or you'd be the first one shot in the head. If you don't meet our demands in 30 minutes, we're going to shoot her." And everybody would be like, "Shoot her! Shoot her! Don't pay him.
We don't have to wait the 30 minutes.
Just do it." Get her out of here.
No. Oh my gosh, my in-laws came over last night for dinner. My father-in-law has a book on his forehead just like you do.
Oh, really?
And he was like, okay, they have moved a couple times in a couple of years, so different houses. He was like, he got up in the middle of the night to do something, whatever. And he's like, I can do this without turning on the lights, right?
Oh, no.
Been in the house for like 2 months.
No.
And he ends up turning, thinking he was going into a room,
and he was
right into the wall.
Oh, ouch.
And he's like down, but he like bonked his head pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like you bonked your head pretty hard.
This is over a month old and it's still visible.
It's still,
Yeah.
This is just looking just like yours. It's gonna be there for a while. He walked in and I went, that looks like Deb. Your eye looks like Deb's. Were you guys twins in another life or something?
We must have shared the same experiences as time has come and gone. So anyway, but yeah, that's how it goes. It's sort of the same thing. And you can I've learned over the years too, you can tell when people, they start to talk to you and then they're like, they don't want to talk to you anymore. So then they go and they do something else,
Like knit?
Yeah. Or, walk across the store. And if I'm really into it, then I'll follow them. But if I'm not, it just depends on whether or not.
I'll follow them. Like, I think that some people call that stalking. Yeah. Some people do.
Right. I don't think you would call it stalking if it's just been 2.5 minutes. It's like, hey, you go up to somebody and you're like, can you show me where the yellow yarn is? So they show you where the yellow yarn is, and then you're like,
but I
have to tell them what I'm using the yellow yarn for, and then
you would be like, well, what size yarn and what kind of fiber do you want? Do you know that this comes from Uruguay, and this one is from Tibet? And I've been there. There's this great thing. And next thing you know, she's talking about some restaurant there that she had this fabulous thing on. I'm like, oh my God. Wait, weren't we talking about yellow yarn?
That's why
we need to get back.
Yeah, I can't work in retail. I worked at Disney though for 10 years, but there
we know this.
They want you to talk.
Yeah.
Except talk about everything. Talk more about Disney World than I did about the store and the movies that we were like promoting at the moment. I would tell them all about Disney. We actually had people that would come in and ask me. They came into the store because they knew I'd been there 80,000 times. And so they'd come in and ask me a question and wouldn't buy anything and leave.
We were having this discussion and my wife thinks that.
Yeah, that's the same sort
Let's go find that lady in the Disney store. She can answer.
She'll answer it. Yeah. Oh, well, what can I say?
My goodness.
I'm just one of those lucky people that have that task at hand. Drives my sister crazy, but I do it on purpose with her, so it's a little different,
I have to admit, when I first met you, I was like, wow.
Does she ever shut up?
Oh, whoa. like honestly, the first time or two. And then I'm like, well, this woman can sit down and talk with freaking anybody. I think I truly like this about her. At first I was like, she is so full of shit. And I'm like, that's also a good thing. Like,
yeah, it's true because I can go from anything. I mean, it was like you got stopped with the car and they're like, your muffler's broken. No, it's not. The muffler is in the engine and it's that round thing right there. that little round
That's the
filter
air
thing.
filter.
Yeah, but if you play, I mean, it was actually, I even told the guy, I said, come on, I'll put in the engine and show you where it is. That might be something else that's causing that problem. I said, but the muffler is in the engine.
Because it muffles.
It has to muffle the engine sound. So why would you put it in the back of the car? That's ridiculous. I don't understand why you would talk about that. And I got pulled over one time and I acted like, and I jumped out of the car and I'm like looking around and looking in the car, and the cop walks up and he's like, is there a problem here? And I said, I think there's a bee in the car. There's a bee in the car. And I said, I don't want a bee in my car. And so he looks in the car and he goes, oh, that was why you were probably. And I said, thanks for pulling over to help me. Just like that. And he was like, no, you were speeding. And I was like, I was? Well, it's because of the bee. I said, I don't like bees in the car. What if the bee stings me and I swap and I won't be able to see? Have you ever had a reaction to a bee sting?
Yes.
Well, not that I can remember, but it's been like 40 years. Once I had a bee, I think it was a wasp. No, I'm not really sure it was yellow. And I just got into this whole discussion. And so he was like, well, tell your brother when you get home that the carburetor needs to be fixed. The one under the car.
The one under the car.
And I said, okay, I'll do that. And he left. I was like,
can't handle her.
Can't handle her.
Can't handle her.
No, not way. So.
Well, speaking of some animal being in a place that's not supposed to be.
Okay.
Like a bee in a car.
Yes.
I once came home to my dog, my little dog, which I don't have anymore. He's
been in heaven for a while.
Yeah. He's in the bathroom barking his full head off. Actually, he wasn't barking. He was whining because he was a dog that didn't bark.
Okay.
So he's whining like a drowning cat.
Oh, no.
That's what he sounded like. Yeah. It was bad. It was awful. Yeah. So there was a bird inside of the heat vent, the air
duct type thing.
The ventilator, where you turn the fan on, the fan thing in your bathroom, right? So, and there's a wing sticking out, flapping like this outside of.
Oh my gosh.
And here's my little, 5-pound dog whining because there's this foreign animal in his room, because that was his room.
Okay.
It was his room. But yeah, so we had to.
Oh my gosh.
We had to open up the vent thing and get the bird out.
Oh, before my husband put the screen on when we first bought our house, we had the downstairs just picked up this rancid smell. And we were like, what is that? And clean the carpets, and because you could get to everything back then because we were only in the house like 6 months. So you could get to the whole environment. Yeah. It's not 3 layers out. You have to move. Anyway, there was a squirrel that got in and died, and it must have fallen like on the damper or couldn't get out. And I don't know how many years it had been in there because it was not good.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Yeah, like when Sheldon and Leonard talk about Schrodinger's cat, I knew that this was a Schrodinger's squirrel. It was not alive. It was dead. Totally dead. So, not a good thing. So anyway, but that's neither here nor there. So
no, it is neither here nor there. I have now done as much knitting this week, right now in front of you guys, as I've done all week. Maybe I did some on my Musselburgh at work.
Could have been.
But not much.
I haven't done much this week either, in addition to.
As well.
According to according to the plan.
I did clean up some stuff in the Etsy shop, and I did get new rings up.
Yes.
Purple and this like antique gold.
Beautiful. They're just gorgeous.
So I, of course, was like, it kind of just reminded me of Mardi Gras, but I'm like, I'm not going to call them Mardi Gras because that's just no fun.
No, that's like, yeah.
I mean,
I love the name.
So they're called Bourbon Street.
They're so They're just really neat.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
So we now have Bourbon Street.
We have Bourbon Street.
Originally when I started doing the rings, I started naming them as flowers because I'm a real big, huge flower person.
Yeah.
And I really love flowers. So like I could have called these Iris.
Yeah. They would have
Could have called them Iris, but
yeah.
it's not truly yellow. It's kind of gold.
Yeah.
And I could have called them Pansies.
Yeah, you could have.
But I have slowly just drifted away from the flower thing.
I know.
Which is okay.
Well, you got to go with the
learn.
flow. Yeah, you got to go with the flow. You don't want to be one of these that you're labeled just the flower lady, you know?
Yeah. No. So that's that. I got some new colors in rings.
Nice. These are all those aluminized ones.
Yeah, anodized aluminum. So they're really super light.
And they just slide so well.
The supplier that I get, I do not make the ring itself.
No, but
some of them do. Some of them do make them.
Really?
Yeah, some of the makers of the stitch marker, these.
What would they do? They'd wrap like wire around.
Yeah. Yeah, you have like a tube that you wrap the wire around, and then you snip them, and then, and then you. Okay,
She glues these. She opens them up. She puts a little dab of glue in.
I have noticed.
Stay on the end.
Okay, so I have noticed that there are a few stitch marker makers that they say that are snag free, and even in their photos, I can go, but it's the beads not over the joint. Like, I'm not going to call anything of mine. No, snag free if it's not.
But I've yet to have any of yours.
I sit here and freaking glue every single one of them on.
She does. Every single one. Look at this.
I have permanent glue on my fingers.
She has no fingerprints.
I actually have to go in and get like a manicure just so that they'll take the grinder thing and grind the glue off of my nails.
I can imagine. Yeah. And like I said, you have no fingernails because they probably... Well, the 2 or 3 that you use. No, fingerprints.
Oh, I did fingerprints. They're probably gone because I have glue just
she's
covering
got glues
them.
in there. So don't ever go touch screen because you'll never work. Oh yeah, well maybe
I'm gonna have to.
Too small.
I'm gonna have to update my kaleidoscope listing, the photos, because I have actually come to the conclusion that if a stitch marker does not sell within the amount of time that Etsy gives you when you re-up a listing, if it expires, then that color is retired. Because if y'all don't like the color, nobody's buying it. You don't like them, so I'm going to put them in with kaleidoscope. So my kaleidoscope now, which is a mixture of all different colors of rings and beads,
right?
Way different than the photos that are on there right now.
Yeah, I need to kind of get that going. Either that or that one is just going to have to be kaleidoscope mystery, and you're just have to put all these question marks.
Yeah,
that'll just have to be. You'll have to kind of maybe.
I mean, it does state that it may be a current listing or an old listing, or
so
or maybe something you've never seen before.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's the way life goes.
Because I used to, like, I have these little dishes that this is what I put my beads and my rings in, and I used to. When I was done making however many I wanted to make, and I had so many beads, they went into another bowl that had all these different colored beads in them. So then I had this dish of like beads that were like
a mess,
a kaleidoscope of beads. And so I just started making stitch markers with those, and it was just whatever color.
Hey, this is a cool toy too.
I know, it's a fidget.
It's a fidgety thing.
She's spinning it on the table.
It's really kind of fun. A little mesmerizing.
Well, don't be drinking bourbon and doing that.
It's a good thing I don't drink. But could you imagine if I was a drinker? That probably wouldn't go over good.
No, it would be great.
So
it'd be great fun and entertainment for the rest of us.
The funny, I guess it's because I don't know. I'm trying to.
You didn't have children to yell at
But now
20
Mikey's
years
retired.
of your life.
But Mikey's retired, so now Mikey.
Now
can
you
take
have a
it all
child
on.
that you can
Yeah, I can
yell at
and
all
he's
day
not
long
home.
for
He's
24/7.
gone. Yeah, he's gone. He went to see his sister this weekend, so he's out and about on his.
Wait, he's out and about, and now you're out and about.
Yep, and the dog's at home alone.
And the dog's at home.
Yeah, it was awful yesterday.
Why didn't you take the dog with him?
Because she has 2 cats.
Oh.
And Abner barks at everything and everybody. Mikey took him for a ride in the car. And this guy came out of his house. They were stopped at a stoplight. And the guy came out of his house with his 2 dogs to go for a walk. And he went nuts in the car. Scratching his window, barking. If he can see it, they don't belong there, So that's just how he is. He's just a barker. Tail's wagging the whole time, hair's up on the back of his neck. He hasn't decided if he's going to be ferocious and non-friendly or just ferocious. Except my neighbor got another he has a corgi and he has a terrier. And they've got another little, which is supposed to be a corgi, but his face is more Pomeranian. Seriously, like a little corgi crossed with a Pomeranian. Are Pomeranians kind of big?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway. What was I thinking that it was a big dog? Chow. That's what I was
Chow,
thinking.
yeah.
Chow's a big dog. Anyhow, cute little thing with this furry, fuzzy thing. So they come to the fence. Sophia and Foster come to my fence, and I give them treats. Mikey never started it, so when Mikey comes out, they come to the fence. They look at him, hopefully, and he doesn't do anything. After 5 minutes, they go back in. Go back and do what they were doing. Don't wait.
Right.
Me, man, straight to the fence. Sophia will wait forever for me to come. So I don't use treats. I use their food. It's the same food that they get, and I just use a little bit of a handful for them. So little guy comes flying over, right? Abner sees the little guy and immediately runs to the fence, scares the shit out of this poor little thing. And I am not kidding you. All of a sudden, he really did. He came in the house and he took a shit right there. He was so upset.
Abner did? Or
no,
the little guy?
The little guy.
Oh.
And so when he sees me now, yesterday we went out. Sophia and Foster came to the fence. He's sitting on the porch, scanning for Abner.
Right.
He doesn't want to come over.
I don't trust that guy. He scares me.
He has, and so we have to work on protocol as to who gets what pile. Sophia, I usually toss and she goes and finds it. Foster, because he was to me like the little neglected guy. So Foster,
the little terrier.
Yeah. I feed him from my hand and we talk.
Oh, okay.
I get licks. He tells me the story. He gets it.
You're right.
When she comes back over to get her second toss, he gets a little pile on the ground for himself so that she won't come and take it.
Right.
And now I don't know. And the little guy, he can't decide whether he's supposed to go over there, wait for his, play with it. And Sophia doesn't like it because she's like a total foodie. So she's over there, and
she's the corgi.
Yeah, she's the corgi. And when they first got him, I guess she just glared the entire day. When they picked him up, she's sat in the corner, and every time the dog moved, she's glared at it. Like, think twice, buddy. Don't come over here. I'm in charge.
You're not allowed.
Yeah, Foster, right away, he let him be friendly and everything else. But
that's just because he looks different.
Well, I think so. But anyway, he's as cute as a button and just the sweetest little thing. And he's only like this big. He's just so little, but he's getting bigger. So they grow so quickly. But I'm like, I don't know. We'll see what Abner does. Jumps at the fence. He just makes a big ruckus and poor little guys. So I wouldn't want anybody barking at my nose too. I'm telling you, my nose is runny today. I'm telling you, it's
your
just
nose is always runny.
I know. I don't have any nose hairs. I burned them all out from smoking. I'm serious. They never grew back, and I don't have good I don't have a hair on my on my knuckles or on my toes or on my hands.
I don't have hair. I don't have hair on my knuckles.
Well, you got arm hair.
Yeah.
I don't have arm hair. See, I have very poor circulation. That's why my stupid sensor says I hate Dexcom. I'll tell you, I hate wearing this damn thing. It says it's like 300, and then I poke my finger. I've poked my finger more since I've been on this stupid thing for a year than what I have in the entire time before. And I was supposed to do it 4 days a day.
I think.
It's like, well, this is capillary. So, and again, not having good circulation, it's going to sit there. So I'm going to stay low longer when I'm fine, and I'm going to stay high longer when I'm not. So anyway, you know me, I have to get rant and raving about everything. So I got to stand my ground. Got to go out there. I think I could be, who is the guy that goes to Washington, does the first filibuster forever? It's a movie. The same guy that played that guy in the Angel one, the original Angel movie at Christmas that everybody likes. I can't remember. He thinks they'd be all better off without him, so he goes to jump off a bridge or something like that, or shoot himself or something, and an angel comes and shows him what the world would be like if he hadn't been in it.
Do any of you guys know about
It's a Christmas movie that I don't, and it's not, everybody likes it. I mean, I'm like, I don't.
You mean John Travolta and Michael?
No, that's not it. It's not John Travolta. It's an old guy, a guy. That's it. A Wonderful Life.
Oh my
With Jimmy
Stewart.
Is that it? Yeah. He plays, and he goes to Washington and he filibusters, and he just talks and talks and talks and talks. I think I should go and move to DC, and I could be a hired person. I could be the filibuster.
God. You need to write scripts for Kamala Harris. At least maybe it would make sense.
Yeah. What kind of pie do you want?
I was just gonna say, wait a minute. Maybe we should pass out the pie.
We're gonna pass out the pie. So, yeah, it's been a traumatizing week when it came to some of the stuff on TV. So on the news. So they passed. All right, I'm gonna go there for a second. They passed up in Chicago. Just passed that they are pulling police out of the schools. Yeah. Why?
Because
they need them on the streets.
That's traumatizing.
Well, what do you want? You either have a policeman in the school to help protect them with everything that's going on. We have a police I don't get it. I didn't hear that one. That one I didn't hear. So that's dumb.
Chicago unanimously votes to remove police from schools.
Oh my gosh.
Board of Education voted to eliminate all school police officers by the next academic year and instructed the CEO to create a new holistic school safety policy by June 27th, explicitly banning school resource officers.
That is beyond weird.
The resolution aims to shift towards more holistic approaches to student discipline.
Okay. Yeah, that's really gonna
work. Okay, now pie.
Now, banana cream is one of my favorites.
Key lime.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do pie, it's gonna be key lime.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Boston cream.
In a
that's cake pie no matter what. That's
I'll do Boston cream because that's not really a pie anyway.
It's more of a cake, but it's called Boston cream. I don't know why it started out that way because I think it had a graham cracker crust many years ago.
Yeah, the key lime, but it has to have a graham cracker crust.
Yeah.
Don't put it into a regular pie shell.
Okay.
Or I won't eat it.
Now, the Langham Hotel in Boston, they have really good banana cream pie, and it does have a crust at the bottom. So
I am knitting on it is called
the Shadow Shawl.
Shadow Shawl, which I've been working on for like a year. Because I don't get much done on knitting in itself, but this is called the Shadow Shawl. And I'm doing it in hot pink and gray.
Yeah.
So
isn't this the best though? And
the
increase is sparkly, so it kind of picks up the light and
the spine is just a yarn over.
Yeah, and one stitch.
It's a yarn over with one stitch in between, so it's a yarn over both ways.
Yeah.
Let's yarn over one way and a yarn over the next way.
Now, I'm working on one of a shawl at home.
That's what.
That what I did was I only did like the first inch with this way. And then I thought, I'm doing it Karen's way.
Yeah, knit front and back.
Knit front and back.
Yeah, because then you don't have
knit front, and then you don't have the space.
You don't have a space, and you don't have the hole.
And
but Karen started doing it that way because she couldn't keep her yarn over on the right side of the stitch marker,
which is sometimes difficult.
And then you have this really weird zigzaggy center.
And that's it. If you don't get that, when you block it, no matter what you do, you can never get that zigzag out. No matter how many times you wash it and reblock it, it stays there forever. So I think from now on, and I don't mind so much the 3, because I can get 3, like when you do a yarn over, knit 3, and then a yarn over. I can get
that's
when
fine.
I block it.
It
seems to go straighter. But the one,
this just has one stitch in between
every time it does.
So if you don't get that just perfect, you have a zigzag.
You do. Still on the muscle burr, guys, for me.
I still have my muscle burr going too, and I haven't even started decreasing because Karen's going to give me a white or cream pom-pom for the top of it because she said she has them. So I'm going to just do that one exactly like the other side. So the pink will go just as long as the other side.
No, I was on Ravelry this week and we're on a yarn chat. Anyway.
No, say it isn't so.
Me with my 20,864 free patterns that are in there and patterns I bought that I'll never get to. Though, if I take my computer on vacation and I can get it to hook up to the internet, like when we're in port, then I can just go with my phone. I've actually gone and cleaned things out from that are no longer in print on some of them. Now, I can't do that on mittens or wraps because I think there's over 4,582 of them
in your library.
My library.
In just her library.
Right. Because anyway, I'm doing this. And what I decided this week, this is exciting, guys. What I'm doing now is I'm actually doing ribbing. Okay.
Oh.
Wait.
I know.
And
I think this is an awesome idea.
I'm going to go a good chunk of ribbing. Okay.
Like 3-4 inches of ribbing.
3-4 inches of ribbing. This is about right here at my ear. And then I'm going to do the other half of the muscle burr. I'm going to do the berg side. So that when you turn
you got the muscle side, now the berg side.
And then I'll get the berg side.
So when you flip it into itself, you have ribbing.
I have ribbing
at the bottom.
Yeah. So it'll either be a plain.
We'll see how this turns out. I kind of like the idea.
Yeah.
I'm kind of digging it.
I think because then you could do like patterns in it and have truly 2 wonderful hats. Because I am noticing with the cold weather and me constantly being cold. And if I've ever told you, get over it because we're going to turn the temperature down because I'm menopausal and I'm hot and you can put on a sweater and I can't take anything off. I apologize because now I'm constantly cold.
And wearing a hat helps.
And wearing a hat helps. And I'm wearing a hat.
To hell with the hair.
And hell with the hair. Exactly. I've gone to that stage because my hair's been fluffier with this new shampoo. So I've been wearing more hats that I'm out. And I realized that my 1 layer of sock yarn had, they're not quite as warm as they should be.
No, you need the double layer.
So this past couple of weeks when it's been a little chillier, I kind of was like, all right, I need to berg the side of my muscle because normally I get to the muscle side and I'm over it. Got to move on. So, and you're going to love this. I found these cutest little skeins of yarn this week at Yarn Market, our new shop here in West Clay.
I haven't been over there yet.
Look at this. This is an Uni mini skein. She has it. Aren't they great?
So cute.
I don't. Let me see how much it's in it. This writing is really little. It's 25 grams.
So like 50.
109 yards.
109 yards.
Yeah, well, it's very skinny. It's almost like a lace weight.
And it's merino, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? They're just solid colors. Are there
that's all she had was solid colors. I don't know. I've never gone back on.
These would be great for, your heel toe
Or if you're looking for just that
Gloves
little
or-
bit of extras, like the minis, when you want to put an extra little color
100
in
and
here.
some odd, 110 yards, you said?
Yeah, that's what it said. They're a little fine. It's very lightweight. So you could double it and probably get, and get an actual finger. But it's fun. Isn't that great? Yeah.
That'd be great for yeah.
So I thought, if nothing else, I can maybe use them to make some of the little
Painted bricks.
Yeah, perfect for a painted bricks hat. That'd be great. I had thought about that. Yeah, painted bricks is a good hat. That's fun.
By the way, in case you didn't see it, Ellie said that she is working on a men's sweater in double extra large.
Oh,
She said she
my
sent you a picture
God.
in your mail.
Oh my God.
That you need to check your mail because she sent you a photo.
Oh,
from
geez.
Australia. We are like way international because
Jeanette.
Ellie's over there
In Norway.
and now we have
Jeanette's down in Australia. We are the international, and we're sitting right here in the middle of
in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're right there.
You guys are on different days.
Is
Those
it
are things
still-
I don't understand.
I
My
don't
brain
either.
can't comprehend it.
It's difficult.
Yeah.
Believe me. Even
I have such a simple brain. It just can't handle it.
baloney, your brain's better than my brain, and you have a math brain too.
I do have a math brain.
I did wind one skein of yarn this morning. I got my yarn together for
And
this.
then I walked in.
Yeah,
and took over.
because I kind of cut it a little bit separate. And Brenda and Heather, you do a really good job because they tie one side, the end with the stuff you're supposed to clip, and then they tie the other end over here. So that's really cool.
But some dyers actually take your beginning and your end, and those two are both tied together.
Yes, and that's kind
with
of okay
with an extra thing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool too. I kind of like the skeins that only have one wrapping on them because then I know which one
So
is which.
the last one that we did had one.
Yeah, the
on
yellow.
That
It
was from
Woolmiser.
Woolmiser.
Oh yeah, that German
I think
place.
it's Woolmiser.
It's Woolmiser. Sharon will tell us.
She
Woolmiser.
says it's Woolmiser with
I
an
think
R,
it's
and I
Misa.
think it's Misa with a like an A with a thing.
I know, but when you get out on the East Coast, they don't pronounce R's. So, and maybe in Germany, they just
okay,
add
so
Rs.
that's the Italian. It's like
Yeah, it's
it's
like
the
German.
mafia.
Yeah, it's the mafia side. I'm like, hey, yo, oh,
It's-
that,
It's the New York pronunciation of Woolmiser.
they go to Woolmiser. Yeah, it's down
Misa. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hey.
Oh my
I got
word.
you smoking here, man. No, that's what's his name, that guy. I can't even remember some of those fun guys in the old days that used to run around in those Beetle
Are you-
buses. She totally got lost there. I knew exactly where I
Like
was
I
going.
thought you were talking about The Godfather there for a
I
second,
was.
and then you went to
And then I
Beatles
went-
buses, and I'm
and
like,
then-
what the fuck?
because my voice kind of went from the
The
guy
Godfather.
to the hey dude, like
you went
Crush.
to like
Yeah,
Beatles.
yeah, like the Beatles and the
And the flower
Smokers
power.
and the flower power type. You've got a flower power shirt on for
I
Christ's
do.
sake, so
I do.
it works that
Wow.
way. So that's how the brain goes.
But
so
surprisingly, my brain kind of went there with you.
I know, but I like this other lady, the two ladies that were on here earlier, knit, pearl, and squirrel. That'd be like totally
She
me.
said that we can just call her Granny One.
Granny one.
I
Okay,
think
well,
that's
that's
what
all
she
right.
said. We
Granny
could just
one.
call her
Okay.
Granny.
Granny,
Whatever.
that's cool. But anyway, so
Yeah.
and I've got my stuff together for the trip. The trip this time is socks. Okay.
Socks.
And or 90 pairs of mittens. Haven't decided yet.
Well, it could be one or the other.
Could be one or the other, could be both. You never know. I have Brenda and Heather's last rainbow one came. So we wound that up. And I was going to show it, but then I thought, no, you guys will wait and see when I get back. Because that's 2 skeins. So that's going to be easy peasy.
It's one skein that Brenda and Heather split apart just for socks.
Just for socks.
Yep.
And I have plenty of flexi flips so I can kind of do it at the same time. Back and forth, back and forth. When I get the purple going, I'll get the purple going. When I get the red going, I'll get the red going.
Right.
Okay, so I can go back and forth, and I'm going to do easy peasy down to the heel. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do after that.
Right.
And the
because you could
Woolmizer,
always change it into fingerless mitts if you want to at that point.
Could at that point. I could go back and pick up stitches and put that thumb in, and we'd have a limp dick thumb mitten. I mean limp thumb. Yeah. Originally it was limp dick, and then we kind of decided
we just said limp thumb.
So anyway, that's what's going. And then the skein I wrapped was from Toad Hollow, that red and yellow and black.
Oh,
it's actually Mickey.
Yeah. Okay.
Stephanie Lovatin did a cowl. She does these kind of neckerchief cowls.
Yeah.
And she did it in bulky. So that's what it's going to be. So, and I actually have on, Ashley, if you're watching, look, I actually have my socks on.
Yay.
The first time I washed them by hand and laid them out. And they were still a little bit big. So this last time we washed them, we stuck them in the wash and went through the dryer and everything. And you know what? I don't feel the bumps as much either. They're kind of flattening out and kind of getting together. So I might have to apologize to everybody about mittens too. I'm going to have to eat a lot of crow now because, I'm eating crow on cold. And now because I'm cold all the time. So now I'm going to have to eat crow on my socks because I always said I wouldn't put $30 on my feet, and I think I might have to.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
Because they're really the best thing ever, guys.
I like her top.
Yeah, I do too, because she rolls it over like you do on your hat.
On the bend and snap.
She does the thing.
Which I have that going too.
At first, though, I'm just going to stick with your knit 2, purl 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because for me, I think that would.
You need to work your way.
Yeah,
into
I need to get down to here.
Progressive type.
And Ashley, you made them the perfect height. They're like totally the best ever. So there you go. I would take my shoe off, but I'm not sure I can get it back on. So we don't need that. There. So anyway, were you impressed with the fact I got my foot?
Whoa, you're going to become a sock knitter?
I know. Can you believe it? Me in socks. It'll be like amazing. I just, I
think you'd be really good. Even if you just made flip-flop socks where there's no toe.
Yeah, even if I just got down to there, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I actually, that's what happened with the one sock I actually made. The one sock I've only ever made. I even did the heel. I sat there in like 1.5 days. Mikey was gone. And I sat down one afternoon and I just kept going. And I think I worked on it till midnight. I got up the next day and I looked at it and went, okay, I got to get there. And because we were supposed to go to a class. And I got to the toe and it wasn't making any sense. The heel went in fine. Did fine with it.
Yeah.
But when I got to the toe, it was like, okay, I have to stop because I have to go. So I went to this class and find out that she told us the wrong yarn and everything and the wrong pattern. It was supposed to be fingering, not DK. So I never finished it. And I never did the second one either. So that's the only sock I've ever done. But it did. It came right here to my toes, like right here. So it was perfect. It'd be perfect for flip-flop. But you can make flip-flop toes where you can put the toe on.
Yeah. But
I'm not sure I'm going to do something like that.
But then what's the point of getting your toenails done if nobody's going to see them? You might as well have,
true.
Toeless socks. Instead of fingerless mitts, you have toeless socks.
That's how I'm going to do it because then I can wear my flip-flop. And then when I flip and flop down the hall, the sound won't be bad and Gail won't yell at me.
Right. See?
So that'll work.
There's alternate reasons
there
for
you
everything.
Go. That's how, mm-hmm. She'd sit in the damn casino listening to those bells and whistles for 80 hours, but she can't stand my flip-flopping going down the hall. Unbelievable.
So I don't know if I told you guys this, but since you brought up casinos and the damn bells and whistles, my husband was in Vegas over.
Oh my gosh,
Super Bowl. He flew in on the Sunday of the
Sunday. Unbelievable.
Super Bowl. He went there for a golf tournament, not the Super Bowl, but he did tell me, and I don't know if I told you this. Maybe he told you, but so on Super Bowl Sunday, and probably the better portion of that week. All of the Bellagio, Caesars, and the new Encore and these newer
Win, whatever.
They had their minimum on their regular tables. So normally you can go to Vegas and you can play $5 blackjack, $2 blackjack,
Yeah.
Minimum $1,000 per hand, per hand.
Oh my god.
And that was the minimum tables.
Oh my god, no way. Mm-mm.
And like the other places, like Binion's and the Flamingo and the not the posh places, the like Circus, they were $100 a table. A hand.
Unreal.
Minimum bet $100.
Unreal. Not. No way. I know. Yeah.
He ended up the first night, Sunday night. He was at some really seedy place on Fremont Street. That's the only place he could find. Then he said, he goes, "Now you guys have seen Sasquatch." He's like, yeah, I got my golf towel out and I put it on. I slept on top of my golf towel on the bed.
Oh my gosh!
He's like, I wouldn't even
get in it.
No.
Oh, I know. I would have left my luggage in the car and gone out and gotten.
He didn't have a car. He didn't have a car.
He just took. Oh my gosh.
He didn't have a car because the tournament they were at, like the MGM or someplace,
right? And
that started on Monday.
Okay. Yeah. When everybody was
and then from there, it was all shuttled everywhere. Everywhere they went, it was all shuttled. So he just took a cab to the place where he stayed on Sunday.
Sure, I can see that.
Oh my God.
Nowhere near as, Indy had the NBA All-Star game. Hi, Ashley.
Hey.
I'm glad you got us. Live from Indiana.
Right?
It's the crazy ladies.
It's the crazy ladies.
What can I say? Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah. Where was I going? Oh, after the NBA game.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't get anywhere near as crowded, but the airport was very, very, very crowded. Talking about crowded. Oh my God, coming over here Sunday morning, I left 10 minutes early.
This morning.
And I was 5 minutes later than normal.
She was. I was beginning to think,
yeah.
God, I wonder if she was in an accident. Normally when she's going to be late, she texts me
that
she's going to be late.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I hope she wasn't in an accident. And then I'm like, you're just being silly, Sue. This is stupid. Don't even think this way.
It was the traffic from everybody going to church. On Sunday mornings. Church traffic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to kind of rethink my route and kind of maybe go back the other way. Because I came down 96th Street and there's like 4 or 5.
There's 17 different ways to get to my house from hers. So
it is.
Or more.
The best way
27.
is expressway. And then I just kind of come around the back way. But, it kind of works.
Did you take up like...
The reason I don't go that way is because the road,
Michigan, all the way up to like.
Yeah, I could get over to Michigan. The problem with it is the 75th. My street is 71st Street. Then it's 71st Street on one side of Meridian. Then it becomes Meridian Hills Boulevard till it winds around. Then it's 73rd Street, and then it goes back to 71st Street. And it's the same damn road. I'm telling you, it's like drives me insane. Where do you live? Well, I live on the 73rd part of 71st Street. Just past Meridian Hills Boulevard and before you get to, back to 71st Street. And yet all you do is just follow the road.
And I live in a little town that's halfway to Chicago from her place.
And it's not that far. I don't even go to gas when I come here. It's all electric. Well, it depends. If it's, never mind. But anyhow, so
have you ever gone up where you come across like on 96 or 101st all the way through Carmel and you go through 50 roundabouts?
No.
Because you could do that too.
I could. And when I have to go to my brother's, he's off of Spring Mill.
Like if
you know that Carmel has like 140 roundabouts in there?
Like if you went to Sharon's house first and then came to my house.
Oh yeah, there's probably 16
different roundabouts.
Yeah. You're dizzy. Spring Mill, you actually get dizzy.
Yeah.
Because they're so close together. They're at every street.
So many.
And then the funky thing, this is just going to crack me up. Over by Market District on 116th Street in Illinois, between Spring Mill and Illinois, big Market District, Giant Eagle is what it's known, but it's Market District here, but it's Giant Eagle brand. And They put in on 111th Street, they put a roundabout on Illinois, and there's a roundabout on Spring Mill.
Of course there is. Now there's a stoplight at it.
There was a subdivision over here, right? And they're putting in a housing district over here. Right turn, left turn, not that many people. This is the teeniest, tiniest little roundabout I have ever seen in my life. It's just like somebody had extra cement, so they decided to put a clump of it right in the middle of the road so that they could dig out. They needed more dirt for the building or something like that or whatever. And there's a teeny tiny little roundabout for the subdivision that has like 12 houses.
Yeah.
Okay. And this apartment complex, which the way the roads are going on the way the houses, the apartment complexes, it's like a U.
Yeah.
Okay. So they won't even get to this roundabout. This roundabout will go to the garbage bins for I don't know, sometimes Carmel, I love Carmel guys, but they have more money than brains.
Well,
yeah.
Their lack of brains is sinking into Zionsville and Whitestown too, because they put that roundabout in over by my work. Okay, now you guys picture this. This is right off the interstate. There's a TA truck stop. So there's a hell of a lot of semi trucks coming in here.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. So there's that. Waste management facility is just down one road.
Mm-hmm.
A new business development is the other road out of the roundabout, which is where I am. And a massive church that shuts down traffic every Sunday.
Yes. I'm glad I don't go that way.
Okay. And down the other road is Lafayette Road. So there's massive traffic on this too.
Right.
We have a double roundabout, 2-lane roundabout all the way around.
To a 1-lane road.
To a 1-lane road. To all 4 of these roads coming in and out of these are 1 lane. Okay. And it's being used by garbage trucks and semi trucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It makes no sense. It's like they stopped thinking
there. The truck stop.
Yeah.
They can't turn left out of it. They have to turn right and go through the roundabout.
Oh my gosh.
They can't turn left coming out of there. They have to turn right and go through the roundabout.
Well, when they come off the expressway, the trucks come off the expressway and then they turn into the truck stop. And then when they come out of the truck stop, they got on the little road, hit the stop sign, and then came forward. Now, when you cross over, you have this overpass, which they didn't want to do. They did not want to tear that overpass and make it wider, which they should have done before they did the roads, but they weren't thinking. And this whole strip over here is now massive shopping.
Yeah.
So you've got all these people, and they widen it. You can tell from Zionsville into Whitestown, it goes to 4 lanes, right at the city limits there. 4 lanes. They were smart. They knew they were going to need it. But they're not going to pay for because that's a government payment. That's a state highway or a government type thing because it's over the interstate. So someone else
is it an interstate? So then it's federal.
Then it would be federal.
Was that Interstate 65?
Yes.
Or is it? Yeah, it's Interstate 65.
For the entrance and exit. So the entrance and exit is fine. It's just a mess when you cross over because you've got trucks. And so it goes the 1 lane from the turn. And then her building is this huge new section.
Brand new.
Half of it's 3/4 of it is probably empty.
Nope, they're in now.
Oh, and what do? They put a roundabout.
Yeah, roundabout.
And on the other side of her roundabout is dirt.
No, there's a golf course.
Oh, is that it? Oh, right. So that's going to draw a tremendous amount of traffic as they kind of go around. Eventually, yes. And I think they were smart.
I don't
to put
understand.
it in when
Why
they got
didn't
the
they put
money.
in a huge intersection with stoplights?
I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Unbelievable. I don't.
And people are constantly going from the inside lane on the roundabout and shooting off onto the thing.
Yeah.
Seriously, there are so many accidents in that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 2-laners, people don't understand. If you're going to make the circle, you should be in the center lane. And then, but what they do is from the center lane, they want to make a right turn. So they go around it and they just cut right in there. Oh. And this guy thinks, well, you're going around, you're going to go in this lane so I can turn And that's where my accident, but I sneezed. So it was a little different for me. I did see her, but she moved after my sneeze. And so she was actually in front of me. And I thought I don't know what
I'm on a pearl row.
Oh, no.
On a pearl row.
She didn't like
I don't like pearls.
But it's a good row. It makes it look
like brioche. So
it works.
It's a pearl row that's like necessary.
Yeah. So guys, I'm not here for 2 weeks.
And I honestly have not been knitting a ton. We're kind of going into that season where we're not knitting a ton. However, if you want to stock up on your Christmas gift giving or Mother's Day gift getting, it's still 25% off in the shop.
Oh, is it really? Oh, that would be good.
Through the end of the month.
You would be the star if you gave these out to your friends. Seriously. They would love you forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, so it's 25% off. I think it's $35 or more.
Okay.
Get your gift giving packages out.
Right. And then start putting your extra little change away for the Advent.
Yeah.
But I've seen some of it. It's going to be pretty
There's
cool.
going to be an Advent. We'll have an Advent.
Yeah, we'll have a party that day, guys. So anybody here in Indy, or if you're around the town, we'll have
I haven't worked out all the details on that. I have not worked out all the details on that.
We'll have all these stations. We're going to have this station. We're going to have that station. And we're going to have that. So we kind of go around together.
I have a feeling the release of the Advent will be in July.
Oh, I would be good for that. I would like that because the problem is I've noticed on Round for Me this week they had the cutest heart sweater, granny square sweater with hearts in it, and I'm like, why do you put that shit out after Valentine's Day? You need to put it out in like November so that I can do it by Valentine's. Well, I wouldn't.
Well, now get it
but
now.
I get the yarn.
Get it now so that you can have it done by next Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I was actually putting yarn away this couple of days. You realize I could probably make with the yarn that I have. I can make everybody we know 20 pairs of socks.
Probably.
So we'll have to see how I do with socks. Guys, hope that I do good for socks.
Yeah.
Then
you'd be like Leah, 27 pairs of socks in a year.
Oh. Who the knitter? She don't like roundabouts either. They are a pain in the neck. Yeah. If they're not well lit, they can be a problem at night. Let me tell you, especially when you sneeze. It's awful.
Well, and maybe it'll be better for generations to come, but us in our age groups, we did not grow up
with
roundabouts in everything that we do, like Europe.
Right.
Europe, they've always had roundabouts. They've always been in existence since the Roman times, Yeah,
I think so. I think there's one in the middle of the Colosseum, actually.
Right. So, and not to say that hasn't been roundabouts here in the States. It's just they haven't been a super prevalent thing.
Right.
Like it's only been certain cities that have had them in certain areas.
Yeah. Well, Carmel has 150 some, so let's see if the new mayor decides to keep them or go back to the old way.
Wow. Yeah.
I think I don't know. Now we're talking about traffic. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
We've kind of got. So I'm off to Fort Lauderdale on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we leave. Sunday and Monday we sail. Then Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, 2 days back, and then we dock on a Sunday. So
she'll be gone for 2 weeks.
I'll be gone for 2 weeks, and I'll come back hopefully with a nice, pretty glow.
And I need, a fill-in.
Yeah.
While she's gone.
You guys need to kind of get your butts down here, and she's more than willing. She's got a great guest room, so she's more than happy to put you up.
And make some decent pancakes.
That's we have a breakfast day of pancakes.
Pancakes and blackberries.
She might even show you how she does these.
No, I'll just give you some.
No, I'm not going to show you how to do it. I'm just going to give it to you.
Well, I'll show anybody how to do it if they really want to. Most people, when they see how it's done, they're like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. I'm like, I understand the ones that have the bead that sort of rolls around. I do.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah.
You got that down. It's
Yeah.
the beanie. It's the
Oh, Karen wants biscuits
and gravy.
But no egg.
No egg.
Just biscuits and gravy.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have an egg this morning. I just had a pancake.
She didn't. She just had a pancake.
I love her pancakes. They're really good. I don't care if it's Bisquick, whatever, but she makes
It's not
it in a
Bisquick.
pan, and they're really, really, really good. So, and Jamie came out and he actually took a couple, 3 of them. So
Yeah, he did. He
So
did.
he did.
He had.
What's for dinner?
Brats.
Brat.
Yeah.
You made the enchilada stuff last night?
I made enchiladas last night, and I couldn't decide on red or green, so I made a pan of both. Made a pan of red and a pan of green. So that was his first breakfast.
Oh. Well,
he
you
had
guys
an
are
enchilada.
up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, he had an enchilada at like 5 this morning.
Yeah, you guys are up at the crack of dawn. So
and I said, "Do you want an egg on your enchilada?" He's like, "No." I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. Well, you were talking about that last night.
Yeah. Over the years, I've actually started to enjoy an egg on my burger.
Yeah, that's the one thing my husband is like, no, absolutely not. No eggs on my burger. And I'm like, I'm an egg on my burger. I'm an egg on almost anything. Like almost literally anything.
Yeah. Not me.
I had to go for so long where I couldn't eat eggs at all.
Yeah.
That now
it's like that.
Yeah. Have fried egg on my salad. Sure. Yes.
No, I can't do that. But you can put a hard-boiled egg in there and that'd be great.
Sure.
Cool.
I'll take hard boiled. Yeah.
I like that.
On top of my biscuits and gravy.
All right, guys. So anyway, I will see you all in a couple of weeks. And then I'm actually here for a couple of months. I know. Can you believe it?
That's because your sister wants to garden, right?
Yeah, she's not going with us to Bermuda. She's not going again until June. So, when we go to Iceland.
Karen, are you saying that I need to bribe you with biscuits and gravy for you to
come
there
over? You go. Well, Colleen would be here too, but Colleen,
I can bribe Colleen with biscuits and gravy too. If she doesn't turn those away.
Biscuits and gravy. Her biscuits are really, really good. So it's really good, and even with an egg, it's really good. And I'm not really an egg with it sort of person, but anyway, on that point, I'll quit the babbling, and we'll see what I come up with my little uni things. I think these are so cute. I think I need to make little aminals. What do you think, Nancy?
Aminals.
I finished my hedgehog, but she came up to pick it up. So I don't have a picture of it, but I did finish it, and it looked really cute. The only thing is I wish the brown had been a little bit lighter, but I bought the colors they told me to buy. So, but I wish his body would have been just a little bit lighter to the grayish background. So of his fur. So anyway, but I found some white stuff, and I think I'm going to try and figure out how to do a chicken with the fuzzy stuff. A chicken. Hi, Sharon. We'll get you a chicken. Sharon gets another chicken. So anyway.
Okay, Nancy says if you put an egg on the enchiladas, it's almost like chilaquiles. I'm probably butchering that.
Chilaquiles.
But that's where like enchilada sauce and like chips. You fry those and then you put an egg on top of it.
Yeah.
I think that's what that is.
Well,
we're really good with the cheese on it. Yeah.
On the last cruise, I went to the cantina, and because they're open for breakfast, and they took a tortilla shell and they put beans on it, and then they put some chicken, and he fried an egg and put it on top.
Yeah, totally good.
And I thought that was an arepas, but it isn't an arepas. An arepas is something different. So next time when I go on the next cruise, I'll know not to ask for an arepas because I didn't care for the arepas. I don't know what's in it or if I'm saying it right, but I'm really sorry. But I'm not one of those, talented people that go out and try crazy things, especially at breakfast. But I do eat jalapenos in her stuff, but not in anybody else's stuff because I think she takes and doesn't.
I eliminate the heat in my jalapenos.
Yeah, I don't know how she does, but she takes it out. She takes a little syringe and sucks out the...
You know what? I think it's with you. I just don't tell you what it is, and you eat it, and you think it's good. If somebody tells you what it is...
But you don't
then
put
it's
a lot
already
in it.
It's already in your brain that it's going to be spicy.
But when you make breakfast early for you and Jamie for when you do that, and you add more jalapenos, and then you save like 3 little ones, and you stick it in mine. What do you make for me?
I don't.
But for some reason, you must not mix it or give me the side that doesn't have it because I don't.
I make
have
exactly
trouble.
the same thing.
I don't know what she does. She makes it better. Sort of like when you go to your mom's and she makes it better than everybody else because her grilled cheese is made the same way as everybody else's, but her grilled cheese is even better than everybody else's because mom made it. So that's that.
Except my grilled cheese is fantastic.
Mine are too. They come right out of the
package
into the toaster oven, and they're turned out every time, and they're warm and they're great.
They turn out the same every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, on that
preserved.
Note,
We're gonna let you go.
You guys have a good week, and you got an extra day this week.
I'll try and get through my pearl row.
Oh, we have an extra day this week too. Yep.
We have an extra day this week?
Yeah, the 29th.
Month, not this week. We didn't go from 7 to 8 days in a week.
Why does she always have to be so right? I knew exactly what I would say. We have an extra day this month, but it's this week that we have the extra day. So I have an extra day to pack and get ready to go.
Oh.
Because otherwise,
that's girl math for you. That's girl math. On that note, we're going to let you go.
All right. It's not a touchscreen.
No, it's not a touchscreen.
Bye, everybody. See you in a couple weeks. Behave. Have a good one. Yay.
Oh, sayonara.
Adios, amigos.